The American College of Pediatricians just put out a fire statement calling out all the major medical associations by name for pushing the gender transition craze on kids. They ask for these groups to immediately stop the promotion of social affirmation, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries for children and adolescents who experience distress over their biological sex. Watch this video. Go ahead, Rob.
And we have serious concerns about the physical and mental health effects of the current protocols promoted for the care of children and adolescents in the United States who express discomfort with their biological sex. This declaration was authored by the American College of Pediatricians, but really it was developed from the expertise of hundreds of doctors, researchers, and other healthcare workers and leaders who, for years, have been sounding the alarm on the harmful protocols that continue to be promoted by the medical organizations in the United States. Despite recent revelations from the leaked WPATH files and the recent release of the final report from the CAS review, these medical organizations have not changed course. So we are calling on these medical organizations of the United States, including the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Endocrine Society, the Pediatric Endocrine Society, the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry to follow the science and their European colleagues and immediately stop the promotion of social affirmation, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries for children and adolescents who experience distress over their biological sex. In our declaration, we affirm that sex is a dimorphic, innate trait defined in relation to an organism's biological role in reproduction, male and female. This genetic signature is present in every nucleated somatic cell in the body and is not altered by drugs or surgical interventions. Consideration of these innate differences is critical to the practice of good medicine and to the development of sound policy for children and adults alike. Medical decision-making should be based upon an individual's biological sex. It should respect biological reality and the dignity of the person by compassionately addressing the whole person. We are here defying the claims made by these medical organizations in the US that those of us who are concerned are a minority and that their protocols are consensus. They are not consensus, and we are speaking in a loud, unified voice, enough.
So here's a question I got for you folks if you're watching this. Why do you think 55 million people were interested in this just last week? Why? Why is this the most viral tweet? I think it's the most viral tweet in the last week. Why is that? What makes, I mean, she wasn't sensational.
Nope.
She actually, the way she talks where she could be the cure for insomnia. It wasn't like it was a motivational speech where she fired you up. She didn't tell you a joke. She wasn't like, and we're going to do this. And she didn't do anything like that or fire or call people out or destroy or disrespect or say any of that stuff that gets things to go viral. Mm-hmm. She's just reading something to you. But 55 million people said enough is enough.
Right.
And that's because the other 270 million, 280 million people in America haven't seen it. But there's a reason why a message like this goes viral. Tom, thoughts?
I have the shortest comment I'm going to make today. What did you say at the beginning of this podcast? Common sense always makes the comeback and wins in the fourth quarter. And I think they've got science on their side, wrapped around a common sense argument in that science. And almost 60 million people are watching this and saying, yeah, you know what? I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's how about this? It's about time, and thank God she's saying this because it's consistently it's an attack on the children. The same with that pride stuff that we're talking about over sexualizing kids and dancing in front of their faces. We're talking about mutilating children because they've been brainwashed to think that they can be whatever gender that they want, and it goes back to big pharma making all the money and helping with the depopulation because those people are never going to have kids. It's an agenda, and I'm so happy for stuff like this. This makes me happy, Pat, that 54, and this is besides how many people that they talked about this. You know, it's probably 100 million people are now talking, and that's being shared everywhere because like you're right. Enough is enough. Why did it have to take this long? They're kids, 8-year-olds. But remember that the girl that was on the I think it was on Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil's like, you think an 8-year-old can make a decision on what? And the transgender guy goes, absolutely. If they want to chop off their genitalia, it's their body. They know what to do. This makes me happy as hell.
Yeah, I'm with it. Tom, you look like you wanted to follow up on something.
No, I was agreeing. I was completely agreeing with him, and you kind of nodding a little too
Adam?
emphatically.
I love it.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things that she said here, and is this the American College of Pediatricians, or is this a completely different story?
No, that's
okay,
her.
Gotcha. All right. So they expressed serious concerns about the physical and mental health effects of the current protocols, asserting that medical conditions should not be based on an individual's, you ready? Feelings. You were so caught up in how you feel, and you don't want to abide by the truth. You want to live my truth. Whereas I had a conversation with a lady one day. It's like, so if I identify as a woman right now, am I a woman? She's like, well, yeah. And then I'm like, well, 10 minutes later, if I want to be a man again, am I a man again? She goes, well, yeah, because it's how you feel. And I'm just playing this game with this girl of like, all right, let me see how far I could take this ridiculousness of, all right, so I feel like a woman now. She's like, oh, then you're a woman. Good news. I'm back to feeling like a man. Hey, however you feel, it's not how you feel. She talked about having biologically what you are. You know, the beauty of why this resonated, she may have the cure to insomnia, is because she said out loud what we all know to be true. And words have power, and the truth needs to be spoken sometimes. And sometimes the truth hurts, but you know, you're Dylan Mulvaney, sorry, you're not a girl. There's people out there, you know, we've seen the one guy out there who basically was like, it's ma'am, in the deepest, most baritone voice ever. It's like, no, you're a dude pretending to be a woman. So the bottom line is, let's all stop playing pretend and let's get back to biological reality.
So if you're out there doing your part as a father, you know, picking up your responsibilities, not giving it up to somebody else to do. You wake up every single morning thinking about how to raise better kids, thinking about how to raise better future leaders in the world. I applaud you. I respect you. I want to tell you what we're doing this weekend, Rob. If you want to pull it up, we just launched a new wallet. This is a wallet I've been wearing for almost 6 months. This is the only, I gave up my Fendi wallet. I gave up all the fancy wallets. I wear the Valuetainment wallet. I have it in brown and I have it in black. And this is how it works. You got cash in here. You put it very easy. Your ID here. You pull it out. Credit card comes out. It's very simple. I keep my cards here, my credit cards here. This is all I need. It's leather. Valuetainment officially launched. We have a limited supply. It will sell out just like the numbered hat sold out a couple weeks ago. Anybody for Father's Day that orders one of these wallets gets a free hat, Future Looks Bright hat, for free. So place the order, limited supplies. You place the order brown or black, you get a hat being sent your way as well. If you have a father, you want to gift them something, gift them this wallet with the hat. And if you're married, watching this, to all the ladies watching this, your husband loves the PBD podcast, order them this wallet for Father's Day and get a hat on top of it for free. Rob, they can go to vtmerch.com to see it. And this is where the link is at. Rob, let's make sure we put the link below as well. And for those of you that are watching the Spotify and Apple, go to vtmerch.com for the entire weekend of Father's Day. This will be there. However, I'm telling you, we don't have a lot of these. This is a few hundred of these wallets that we have. They'll be gone in no time.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.